Also, a new stance today from the NFL on standing during the National Anthem.
We want people to be respectful at the National Anthem. We want people to stand. That's all personnel, and make sure that they treat this moment in a respectful fashion. That's something that we think we owe. We've been very sensitive in making sure that we give players choices, but we do believe that that moment is an important moment.
Unanimously this morning, team owners ordered all players and league personnel to stand during the anthem or face fines by the league. The new rule does give individuals one option during the anthem, and that's to remain in the locker room. Sports Director Josh Moser is here this evening with more on an issue, Josh, that has gone beyond just football.
It really has, Tom, and where I think the crux of the problem lies is the actual act of protesting during the anthem versus what the players are trying to convey. The association feels slighted by the new rule change, saying it wasn't consulted. We now bring you balanced coverage. It started as a single protest by then 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick during the 2016 preseason.
I mean, ultimately, it's to bring awareness and make people, realize what's really going on in this country. There are a lot of things that are going on that are unjust, people aren't being held accountable for, and that's something that needs to change.
Fast forward a year later, a protest that was rooted in the oppression of people of color and ongoing issues with police brutality in our country instead became a major political talking point about disrespecting the flag during the national anthem.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
That statement from the president brought the issue to the highest level. We then saw protests from every team in the league, including right here in Green Bay.
And as great as this country is, some of the things that he said, is not the way that we do, not the way that we do things.
2+ years in, and with seemingly no solution in sight, the NFL decided that now is the time to take action.
We want people to be respectful at the National Anthem. We want people to stand. That's all personnel, and make sure that they treat this moment in a respectful fashion.
The new rule states that all team personnel on the field should stand during the national anthem. Personnel who don't want to stand have the option to stay in the locker room. Teams will then be fined if any personnel on the field decide not to stand, and the commissioner can discipline any personnel who violates the policy.
We think that we've come up with a balanced process here and a procedure and policy.
However, the NFL Players Association disagrees. In a statement, they say, quote, the NFL chose to not consult the union in the development of this new policy. They went on to say the vote contradicts the statements made to our player leadership by Commissioner Roger Goodell. Our union will review the new policy and challenge any aspect of it that is inconsistent with the collective bargaining agreement. The divide continues, and so does the collusion lawsuit filed by Kaepernick against the league last year. However, this week, the league finalized an $89 million social justice platform to help address some of the underlying issues. Now, we reached out to the Packers for comment. They said that they are sticking to the statement released by the league. However, New York Jets owner Christopher Johnson said that he would pay any fines for his players that would kneel during the anthem. You might remember some fans threatening to turn in their season tickets last year after those protests in Green Bay.